Why you always lying? Oh my gosh, stop fucking lying. Always lying to me. You lying so much. You making it hard for me.
Saying for you exactly where she's standing, and it only took me 60 seconds to get here, and I didn't spend any money, and she conned her audience out of a lot of money to go there. Take a look.
Here. It's getting a really bad taste in my mouth. And believe me, I came from...
Hold on, we gotta go. I didn't go back far enough.
Can I make a joke about maybe you should watch, be careful what you
Maybe you should brush your teeth. Maybe you should stop putting whatever that was in your mouth, Betty. That's what happens when you put that pipe. Okay, whoa, too far.
They're not talking or investigating the first incident where he was also tortured and came back, and his father says every time he goes over to the Struthers house, the party house in St. Simon's Island.
Nice docs. Doxing them kids again, aren't you?
Every time he goes over there, he comes back and he's never the same again. He's beaten up, he's tortured, he's humiliated, he's treated differently than they are treated.
I don't recall that being exactly what the father said, and that's because I read exactly what the father said. It seems like he took some liberty with it. Let me fix my chroma key. I'm going to be a little more invisible in some places, but I think it looks better now.
Apparently, she is illegally streaming a trial that the judge said was not allowed to be restreamed, and now she's real mad because she got called out.
Oh, yeah, just so let's do that breaking news really quick. You ready? And then we'll come back to this. I just want to make sure everybody knows this. Okay, here we go. Breaking news. Bullhorn Betty illegally streamed the audio from a trial where the judge has made a very strict enforcement to not have the audio from that trial to be given to the public or streamed. Instead, they're making the people in the trial, aren't they making them like record everything with type everything out? They're not allowed to actually have
or they have like notepads.
Yes. Yep. So what she's doing, legitimately, whether it does or not, does not matter. Whether it actually gets a mistrial, whether it gets kids off, or whether it gets things off, whatever trial she's talking about, it's not this one. But whatever is that one about kids too? I think it was, or maybe not. Or
I don't know. It's the West trial. But I just got some breaking news in. This just in. Apparently, her stream is down.
No. Her stream is down?
Yes.
Do we have a link to it so we can see what it got hit for? What was she doing in the downstream? Was it the one where she was playing the audio from the trial?
Yes. Yeah. Just now, she was just live. And I got reports in the live chat coming in that the stream is now down.
Yeah. Try, guys, click on the link to the stream. Go to your history or whatever you got to do and click the link. It'll tell you why it went down, and then type in the chat and tell us. Oh, Cheesy said she put it on private? Well, if the audience really wants to report that, don't let me influence you. Don't report it in a way that would lead to any mass reporting. You need to go to Team YouTube on Twitter and tag them if you want to report that. Because then a team will get it, and that will make sure that no algorithm is manipulated in a decision on her video. Now, it doesn't matter that she's privated it. I'm telling you now, it's already been given to the judge. It has already been given. I know this for a fact. It's already been given. They already know. So whether the judge actually allows it to be a reason why it affects the trial or not, she doing it at all has endangered the trial, thus proving the criticisms that we've been making about her this whole time. Okay, let's get back to it. I'm going to now be transitioning back to translating what Bullhorn Betty is really saying directly from the scene that Bullhorn Betty is standing on. And I got there without exploiting my audience for a single penny, unlike her.
And this is the kind of people that these elitists are raising.
These kids are bad, but me choking people, doxing, stalking people, stalking kids, and doing all the bad things I do is okay.
Around here. It's getting a really bad taste in my mouth. And believe me, I came from a silver spoon myself.
You do not want to know what was on that spoon. Trust me.
I came from a silver spoon myself, but we didn't have two-tier justice systems where I came from. So when I got in trouble, I went to jail.
But before, I told everyone that I never went to jail and it was thrown out. I'm lying to everybody right now like I have before. Am I going to realize what I've just said and walk it back? Let's see.
That's how it rolls. And I have to go and fight. And you know what? Sometimes they were right, but sometimes they were right, but they were mostly wrong in my arrest. And
well, we know that's not true either, because there's a record of it all. But who knows why you're lying here? Maybe you're just kind of blabbing after realizing that you just outed yourself, because when Toasty had covered the fact that you'd been arrested, you'd said that you never had that they were all wrong, and now you're saying some are right and some are wrong. So you're just lying a lot.
They had to explain that to a judge. But still,
when I got arrested, I told the judge I didn't do nothing, and he let me walk away. That's how the criminal justice systems work for Betty's. But I'm not protected by an elite family. No, just them.
You think that for me, they said, oh, well, Betty, let me sit back. Let me talk to the state attorney before we put these handcuffs on you. Why don't you go home for the next couple of weeks? And
I'll tell you exactly why that happened, Betty. You were arrested after assaulting domestic partners. knocking their teeth loose, causing them to bleed everywhere, and choking them almost to death, leaving the marks on their neck, changing their body structure in their face with the damage you inflicted, the abuse you inflicted permanently. Because the cops were called immediately in that situation, you were immediately arrested. You do not understand anything about the criminal justice system, and you have proven it over and over again. These kids had dropped this guy off at a hospital and left, and they had to wait until the kid was brought back to normalcy to question him, and so much time had elapsed that now they have to build a case before they can go in and do anything. If they don't build that case perfectly, there will be no justice in this case, but because you don't understand that, that's your problem, not ours. You're just a bad reporter. Now, I'm a good reporter. I'm at the scene that you're at, reporting what you're reporting, but I'm doing it correctly.
And we'll let you know if we need you to come on down to the jail and spend a night or two here so we can charge you. But don't worry, Betty. Just go on home, kick up your feet.
You before said that you were never, none of this even happened. You said that everything that Toasty said was a lie.